It's back to strawweight for Bate Azteca, aka Jessica Andrade, and it's a tough test in this one as she takes on Xiaonan, who is a plus 165 dog in this one. Andrade minus 200, and I think it's good that she's heading back to 115. I feel like she's always the stronger, more imposing woman at this division, and Blanchfield was just a very tough out for her at 25, and really kind of made light work of Andrade, which is something that we don't really see happen to Andrade very frequently. And she's taking on Yan Xiaonan in this one, who she looked great pretty recently against Mackenzie Dern, picked up that majority decision. It was a close back and forth fight. It was late of last year, but a nice win for Yan Xiaonan because she had lost two straight, right? And that first one was to Carla Esparza. You and I definitely thought Yan was going to get that one done, and that one did not age well for the Meat Boys because Yan Xiaonan got absolutely smoked in that one, like start to finish. Yair Rodriguez versus Frankie Edgar style, like it was pretty bad. She got absolutely demolished, and then she lost that split decision afterwards to Marina Rodriguez, and that one was controversial. It was very close. Some thought Yan did enough, but it was two straight L's, so it was good to see her rebound with that win over Mackenzie Dern and be able to beat such a tough woman like Mackenzie in a meat event opportunity. So in this one against Jessica Andrade, who again is minus 200, do you think Andrade rebounds from the Blanchfield disaster and is able to make light work of Yan Xiaonan, or do you think that this is the fight and the opportunity that Yan needs to maybe get herself a title shot, and if not, become one fight away? Who are you taking?
Yeah, this is such a fun fight, and I mean, Andrade always looks good. We know that she's very skilled, while Jan, she's had her ups and downs, and we don't really know, is she that top five fighter like I thought she was before her most recent two losses, but she did look good her last fight with that W. So she's back in the win column, Andrade back in the losing column. I like to go with momentum. I think Jan gets it done. I don't think Andrade is going to be too strong for her. Jan's a freaking thick beast, and she's got the height advantage. I think she's going to be way taller. Andrade's wrestling isn't that good, I would say. She's just very strong, right? I think Jan will be strong enough to counter that strength, and I think it'll stay on the feet. And Andrade with those little meat bumps, I don't think will get in there, while Jan is going to be just mixing it up, with all of her weapons. So I think, this one is going to go to the underdog. China's taking it home, and this is going to be a very beautiful performance by Jan.
Yeah, interesting stuff. And if she is able to pull that one off, then that would definitely be impressive and a statement victory, perhaps her best to date for sure. And if we look at Tapology, though, Meat, 81% is rolling with Bata Azteca, and about half and half is Brown for that KO. So a lot of Tapology backers think that Jessica Andrade is going to be able to get on the inside, land some of those YOLO meat bombs that you touched on. And I'm curious to get more of your perspective on the stand-up, because Yan is usually a fighter who, when she's pressuring her opponents, they sometimes start to wilt, and she's able to win fights when she's able to do that. But Andrade, we know, is someone who's going to immediately get in your face. She's going to try and, put forward that bully beatdown style competition on you. So when this fight is on the feet, how do you anticipate this one going? Do you think that Yan is just going to be too long for her, or who's going to be pressuring who? Like, what does the stand-up look like in this fight?
Yeah, I think stand-up's gonna be very great. I think Jan's gonna want to stay on the outside, use her jab, keep at distance, while Andrade is want to get really close, get the clinch, throw some absolute meat bombs, and try to put her out. So this is gonna be a fun fight. I see a lot of teep kips coming from Jan, and I think she'll keep her distance. I think her footwork's good enough to keep away from Andrade's bulliness and her speed and power.
Yeah, I hear you 100%. This one's pretty tough for me. I've been kind of going back and forth. It seems like it's easy to make a claim for either guy, but I don't know, Meats. I am a little bit worried that Andrade might be able to just pressure and bully Jan, because Esparza kind of did that to her, and we know Esparza is more of a natural wrestler than Jessica Andrade, but her hands aren't as great as Andrade. So if Jessica's able to really kind of mix this one up and threaten with some takedowns, maybe get a few, and then crack her from the inside with some YOLO strikes, then maybe it could be bad news for Jan. So I think in this one, I'm going to roll officially for Meat Boy MMA's sake with Jessica Andrade, but I don't at all love that at minus 200. And plus 165, I think, is actually some pretty juicy beef for Yan Xiaonan, because for me, this is kind of a pick 'em. Like, it's a coin flip for me personally. So I definitely don't blame you for rolling with the juicy dog in this one. I guess just for the pick, for the win's sake, hopefully, I'm going to go with Bata Azteca, and I'm going to go... Any chance this goes the distance?
I don't think so. I think someone's getting finished, but also it wouldn't surprise me. If it does go the distance, I think Jan for sure wins. If it goes for a finish, I could see either one winning, to be honest. Yeah, it's going to be I think this will be a very fun fight, though.
Yeah, it should be fun, and I guess officially I'll go Andrade by finish. I'm gonna be surprised if Jan is able to pull off a finish over Bata Azteca, because Jan is kind of a decision machine. She often goes the distance, and rarely does she get finished. Esparza, again, was the only one to do so. I'm gonna roll with Azteca, though, to maybe be the second in the UFC to pull it off, and we'll see what's next for either of these women, though, but nonetheless, a great opportunity for both, and perhaps a title shot looms for the victor if one does it impressively. So we're split on the pick. Your boy is going with Bata Azteca, Jessica Andrade. Meat is going with Yan Xiaonan. Let us know down below who you're rolling with, and check out the next vid.